Hello, this is Barry from Knitting for Love, and today's video is eyelets, or you can make lace or holes, or you can call it whatever you want. They're holes that you deliberately put in your work to give it more of a decorative look or a fancy look or a lace pattern. And basically in this pattern you can see how these stitches are going this way, and those are knit two togethers, and we're going to go over that in this pattern in this video. And then these are going this way, which is a slip slip knit, and you're always going to put your holes here after you knit two togethers to give this definition here, and these holes go before the slip slip knit. So let's get started. Oh, and I have something to show you that how decorative you can get is a piece that I'm working on, which is a shawl, and you can see how there are lots of eyelets, lots of holes, and there's some beadwork in this, which I will get into in another video. Let's get started. I'll get my yarn and my needles, and we're going to basically start knitting like you would. My stitches are twisted, so I'm going to put it back. So we're going to knit the first, I'll say it's the first 6, just so you can see how this works. I've knitted 4, that's 5, and that's 6. And now we want a hole. So basically we want this slant, the holes, to go this way in our work. So basically we're going to take our needle, and how you do a knit and two together is you're going to knit these 2 stitches together, and I just pulled them to make it easier to insert my needle because the knit 2 together can be tight. And as you can see, I knitted 2 together instead of knitting just 1 stitch alone. So that's a decrease method. And so now I have 9 stitches on my needle. Now I have back to 10 because I'm going to do a yarn over, which is just a simple wrapping of the needle, and then we're going to continue knitting the next one and the last one. So now I still have 10 stitches on my hook. It's just, if you spread these out, you can see a hole where most people would think, oh my god, I dropped a stitch. But this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like just one simple wrap over a little hole. Now on the reverse side of this pattern, you're going to see that again it looks like this. And this is nothing to be worried about. This is what it's supposed to look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to purl this side. And basically now we're at that yarn over, and this is how it looks. It's kind of big and it looks like it's just want to fall off, but we're going to purl this stitch just like any other stitch, which is going to create a knit stitch on the other side right above the hole. And we're going to purl all the way across since we don't have any other holes. And I'll flip it over and show you what this looks like. And that way we can move on. Show you what a slip slip stitch looks like. Now if you pull your work down, you see that now you still have 10 stitches, but you have this little hole you can stick your finger in. That is how you make, and the yarn is going in that way. That is how you make an eyelet go that way. Now to do a slip slip knit, you're going to knit 2 stitches together again, but in a different manner. Like say we're going to do it here. So basically you're going to yarn over first. So you're creating your stitch, but now you're going to slip it as to knit, and then slip the next one as to knit, and then put them back on the hook in a similar way of doing the bind off, and I split a stitch. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to knit these two together. And this is going to create a slant that's going that way. And basically I'm just going to knit a few stitches just so you can see how that looks on the reverse side. It looks the same as you did your first eyelet. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Happy knitting.